Hi kids, so welcome to your Community and Public Health Laboratory subject here in your summer class. Introduce myself. I am your Cph Laboratory Professor. My name is JC Luis P. Bandala, and I do hope we will get along well all throughout until the end of your summer class. Since, syempre, first time pa man gyud ta nag-uban and I do not know you individually and even through face, wala pa gyud ta nagkita. But I do hope na mas kini nga na unta, nagyapon tayo ka ng tarong na relationship. So to start, community and public health in terms of the laboratory period and as explained or as what I have messaged in our group chat, 2 units po siya. So meaning, kaya ang 1 unit sa laboratory na class is equivalent to 3 hours. So your CPH laboratory is equivalent to 2 units, meaning 6 hours per day ang atuang i-allot na time for your CPH and a total of 108 hours for the whole duration of your summer class. So as mentioned, regarding our schedule, that would be around Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And again, though na ay nakasulat or na ako i-emphasize na time sa inyo ha, that would still depend on what activity we will be doing. So for the prerequisite of your CPH, there are no prerequisite. So that is why whether you are regular or irregular, you can always enroll the subject. For the course requirements, all you need to do is just be participative in all our group activities. So reminding each and everyone, naghanto diri og group activities and there will be a peer evaluation. Now, peer evaluation will be done by your group leaders. So that is why when we will do our groupings, make sure na ang inyuhang leader is really very responsible. Always communicate, not just to your group mates, not just to your section, but most especially to me. If na may mga certain problems na ma-encounter or if naman may mga unsa-unsa pa dira na mga kailangan buhaton nga no dili maka-comply and such, then again, feel free to message me in our group chat or if you like, pwede man gyud personal. Now, submit what needs to be submitted on time. Of course, in order to finish or to finish this course, dapat tanan-tanan gyud na mga requirements or activities na mong ipabuhat sa inyo ha, namang gyud na siya due date or deadline. So kung kanusa man nag-emphasize sa deadline, please to submit on time or else there will be deductions that will be given. And always check your messenger or any other platforms for announcement or updates. So, syempre, since online class man ni siya, dili reason na moingon mo na wala ninyo siya nabasahan not unless na wala gyud na lang jud mo internet connection. Syempre, we will be lenient regarding that, but as soon as na mo internet connection kung wala mang gyud, then again, unaha sa gyud ninyo siya. Check yun dayon what needs to be checked. Now, for the grading system, CPH Lab would be base 40. And as to your grade, dili ta 3 terms ani. 2 terms lamang yun na siya basta summer class, midterm and final. But the only grade that will appear is your final grade. So how do we compute that one? So naamoy class standing, which is around 50%, and naamoy final exam, which is 50%. For the class standing, it will comprised of the following. Asa kwaon ng 50%, your peer evaluation, your reflection papers, your written outputs, and then of course, natay reporting. Now, we decided to still have a midterm long quiz, and that is still around 50%, and your midterm long quiz would be a radio drama. So about radio drama, we will discuss that further later on. So explain lang po na ako na sa inyo puhon-puhon. And for the final exam, duha ang inyuhang final exam, that would be your health news reporting and your individual portfolio. So again, as to unsa ni sila, I will explain that further later on. So for the references, so you have Mackenzie, author Mackenzie, An Introduction to Community and Public Health. I think this is also the reference that will be used in your CPH the lecture, and gamit yung kayo ni siya kay I think everything na i-discuss sa inyo in the lecture kani. And then of course for our electronic reference, that would be your CDC. Now, take note that your summer class will start, of course, today, June 25, and will end on August 4. So, medyo na-extend siya since, di ba, supposed to be mag-start inyong summer class nung June 22 ba? But since gi-extend man ang inyong enrollment, so that is why na-extend po ng end sa inyong summer class. But, for this summer class, dili actually August 4 gyud mag-end because take note, mag face-to-face classes pa ta and that will happen around October 1 to 15. So as to what we will do on that face-to-face class, I will also explain that later. So now we proceed with your schedule of activities. So diri nato i-run down kung unsa man gyud inyong mga actually kani siya na ako i-send ani sa inyo na Word docu na para at least review po ninyo every now and then kung unsang activities na atong buhaton na. So kung dili man kayo siya klaro, don't worry again, we'll give you a handout regarding all the activities that will be done for your Cph laboratory. So as you can see, jump pack gyud kay ninyo ang Cph lab, dili po magsigig lingkod lang ani, daghan gyud kay og buhatonon. So mo na i-prepare gyud ninyo dan ang inyong self kay since nag-enroll man mo ani, so ato jud ni siyang tudohon inyo. So, for the midterm period, the very first week which is today, nga ninyong buhaton. So, syempre, mo naman yatong ginabuhat karon regarding your orientation. Later, after your orientation, start na dayon ta sa inyong first activity and that would be an online game called your Outbreak at Water Sedge. And syempre, dili lang man mo ana basta-basta magdula, you will also submit a reflection paper. Now, as to your Outbreak at Water Sedge and the submission of your reflection paper, we'll discuss that also later. So again, run through lang sa ta sa inyong activities for day 2. For day 2, so in the morning, film viewing ta ani class regarding And the Band Played On. Kani siya ang title sa ato ang movie. Now, dili ta sabay-sabay ani magtan-aw, of course. We'll give you a link as to asa mo pwede makatanaw aning And the Band Played On. And then, after which, pag human ninyo og tan-aw, submission lang po ta ani og reflection paper. And then, the next day, now we will have a meal plan. This is in relation to your nutrition na lecture topic. And regarding the meal plan, syempre kay online class naman ni siya. So, ayaw mo kabala ka, dili mo ani magluto. Ang atuwa lang ani is for you to be able to try to search kung unsa na mga possible or kanang good na nutrition na pwede nato ihatag sa ato ang mga sa mga individuals or sa ato ang patients na naaani certain na mga sakit. So mo na as you can see, in the morning there will be giving of case studies, and that case studies are actually just diseases. And then by afternoon, submission na dayon na siya sa inyong meal plan output. So kung unsa man to inyong mga nasabutan na good na nutrition and food na pwede ninyong ihatag related to your case studies, so dara na mo na siya makita. So for the second week, so day 1, week 2, so in the morning, we will have a reporting of your meal plan, meaning mag-live conferencing ta ani, pero dili ta sabay-sabay or dili ta niya sa class. So syempre, mag-ano lang po ta ani o by group, but as to how we go about it yun exactly, so atwa lang po na siyang storyahan pohon. And every after reporting of the meal plan, I will do an orientation of your radiodrama. So, not necessarily AM, PM good ni siya. Basta every after mahuman mo sa inyong reporting sa meal plan, i-orient na dayon ako mo ana regarding sa inyong radiodrama para kabalo po dayon mo sa inyong buhaton. So, on the second day, sa week 2, film viewing na punta about Philadelphia na movie. So, the same, we'll give you a link for that, and then after which, na mo submit na reflection paper. And then on day 3, that would be regarding your BMI. So, bali inyong buhaton ani is just to compute a body mass index. So, mangita lang mo og mga certain individuals na inyong i-interview and inyuhang computan o BMI and inyuhang i-interpret. And then, syempre, naapod mo i-submit na output sa ako as to, syempre, para makita po na to kung tama ba to inyuhang computation, tama ba to ang inyuhang interpretation. For week 3, day 1, so this time, preparation lang yun ni siya sa inyuhang radio drama. So, muna na mag-meet lang mo ana within your group. Just make sure na within the day na namoy output na masubmit sa amua. And then for the day 2, submission na ni siya sa inyuhang radio drama records. And by afternoon, orientation na puntaan ni regarding problem tree analysis. So as you can see, mo na diba na naatay orientation karon para maingnan mo daan sa kung sa inyong mga activities sa buhaton. Radio drama, if you could recall, diba, giingon ako kaganina na inyuhan ni siyang midterm long quiz. So, muna na dapat preparahan yun din ninyo og tarong ang inyuhang radio drama, pero syempre, dili ta live ani. Ang amua lang is naamoy record na daan na ihatag sa amua regarding the radio drama, and mo na lang dayon or maminaw na lang pud mi dayon ana sa among kanya-kanya na mga balay. So, ingana na nga mo ang buhaton. Pero syempre, for the orientation sa inyong problem tree analysis, that is in relation to your radio drama. So, we'll explain that further kung mabot puntaan na time. And then for day 3, kani live reporting na puntaan ni. So, meaning na may duha ka live reporting na buhaton regarding your meal plan, and then ang second, regarding your problem tree analysis. Next week for day 1. So, for day 1, orientation na punta ani balik, but ang orientation nato ani will focus on your occupational health interview and your health news reporting. Occupational health interview is the activity that will be done on October during our face-to-face class. Siyempre, we need to talk about that earlier para at least kabalupod mo kung sa inyuhang buhaton by that time. For your health news reporting, kani, take note, this is your final exam and medyo bugat yun ni siya na activity and medyo challenging yun ni sa inyuhan na part since your health news reporting will be done live. Actual ni siya na health news reporting, unlike your radio drama na pre-recorded na pwede ninyo mausab-usab. So there will be a lot of rehearsals that you need to do, but don't worry, nag-set po mi ani og enough na time na para ma-practice or ma-prepare po dyan ninyo siya og taman. Day 2, so another film viewing entitled Contagion and submission na punta ani og reflection paper. Day 3, that would be an online game na po. Entitled Two Forks, Idaho, and another submission of your reflection paper. So for the week 5, as you can see here, day 1 and day 2, preparation na lang yun na ninyo siya sa inyong health news reporting. So meaning, you have the whole day you to prepare, to meet your group, to tackle what needs to be tackled. Basta nga mo lang yun ani is every end of or within the day, si group leader, musabit yun din siya og peer evaluation. So meaning, daghan mo og peer evaluation sa ani since every meeting and every preparation, pangayuan yun na mo og peer evaluation ng inyuhang group leaders. And then for day 3 would be submission of your health news reporting. So meaning, preparation gihapon ninyo ni siya sa inyong health news reporting, but just make sure that you already have an output. Kailangan ninyo isubmit ang inyong output ahead of time kay syempre basahon o i-double check pa man pud namo na siya kay syempre kami ng mga professors ninyo, we also need to prepare and dapat mabasa pud namo siya daan para masabtan pud jud namo. Now, for the week 6, 2 days ang atuang health news reporting. Syempre, since I am handling 2 sections man, dili kaya na naalang gyud sa isa ka adlaw ang health news reporting and kapoy pud kay nasa mong part kay take note 6 mo ka groups ani so mo na i-set nato ni siya og duha ka adlaw and then sabutan lang pud jud nato na siya kung unsaon na siya pag-schedule. And for the day 3, that would be the submission of your individual portfolio. Now, let me just talk about this portfolio. Individual portfolio unsa ang naa diri? Meaning, sa tanan-tanan activities na ato ang pambuhaton kids, i-record, dapat na may photos, and then i-compile mo na siya kanang pina-scrapbook pero kanang ano siya online. Dili siya na kanang actual submission na mag-art and mag-create mo. Ang creativity ani nato is kanang sa online na kanang unsaon ninyo pagbuhat na ma-present ninyo ang tanan activities sa namoy mga ingani nagipangbuhat sa inyong CPH Lab. So, of activities, let me introduce first this one. Okay, dili mag-base ang ako ang pag-summarize sa inyong mga activities na buhaton sa inyong CPH Lab. Now, take note that there are two types of learning management system or what we call your LMS. We have your synchronous and we have your asynchronous. Kani siya na terms class, dahil lang po na ako na siya nadunggan by the time na nag-start na ning blended learning na atuang ginaingon or kaning online classes. So, unsa yung difference aning synchronous ug asynchronous? For synchronous, it refers to a learning event in which a group of participants is engaged in learning at the same time. It happens in real time and there is real interaction with other people. For asynchronous, this is just the opposite of your synchronous, the meaning the instructor, the learner, and even the participants are not engaged in the learning process at the same time. It happens on your schedule and there is no real-time interaction with people. So, in terms of online classes, and I think most of your professors would prefer asynchronous since asynchronous type ng good class ang isa sa convenient yun na type na kumbaga at any time of the day, pwede ninyo basahon ang inyuhang or pwede mo mag-study, pwede mo mag-review sa mga discussions na gipang post. So, the same or best example yun ani katong nahitabo last semester katong sa uploading of mga topics lang sa inyong Quipper and then na sa inyuha kung kano sa pa ba ninyo siya sugdan ug basa kano sa ninyong sugdan ug answer ang mga questions na gipang post dito. For the synchronous, mo ni siya ang kanang mga live conferencing na ato ang ginabuhat na kanang mag-meet gyud ta, mag face to face gyud ta via mga Zoom meetings, mga Google Meets, mga ingana, and then real time gyud na siya kay kung unsang oras na kailangan magkita dapat naa gyud mo tanan didto. So syempre the good thing about synchronous kay ma-address na ay interaction good na ay actual interaction and ma-address dayon ang inyong mga queries. Pero since sa ato ang maggud na part dako man gud kay na problema ang internet na connection so mo na even kami ng mga professors ninyo would really prefer asynchronous. Basin kani ako ang ginabuhat karon na naga-record lang ko sa atong orientation, this is an example of your asynchronous. So I hope na get. So now, the question is, what type of LMS will CPH Lab be? The answer will be shown here in our summary of the activities, meaning both synchronous and asynchronous ang ato ang ginabuhat. So, unsa laman di ito mga synchronous na activities nato? Remember, as emphasized natin mga live reporting. And unsa to mga live reporting? Sa inyuhang meal plan, sa inyuhang problem tree analysis, and sa inyuhang health news reporting. The rest, nakatong yung mga film viewings, katong inyuhang mga online games, asynchronous na to siya. Meaning, walay definite na time, and kung kano sa mo mag-start, and wala po'y kanang live interaction na mahitabo. So for the face-to-face class, would like to emphasize na dili lang pud occupational health interview atong buhaton, natay another round of BMI computation na buhaton ana sa inyong face-to-face na class. So ako alam po na siyang i-emphasize later on as to unsa jud mga actual gyud na buhaton ninyo during that time. For the grading of activities, now dili naman gyud mi ani basta-basta na lang mo grade sa inyo rubrics na gyud ang inyuhang makita aniya. So at least makita ninyo as to the reason why ngano na amoy ingani lang na certain points sa inyuhang mga gipangbuhat na mga reflection papers. So kani mga rubrics makita pud ninyo siya sa handout na akong isend sa inyo puhon-puhon. So at least inyuha pud siyang ma-review. Unta, inyuha jud pong ma-review para kabalo pud mo kung sa inyuhang pambuhaton to get the perfect score. Now, as to the online platforms, nalang yung ko'y tulo. Siyempre, the FB Messenger, Quipper, and then your Canvas. Si FB Messenger para sa itong mga group chats, kaya para at least ma-informan po na ako mo agad-agad, Kay even though naaman yung messaging, di ba, ang Kuiper, pero medyo lisod manggod kay labi na dili mangyud ta always, di ba, naga-check sa atong Kuiper, mas naga-check mangyud ta ani atong FB Messenger. So mo na dara ang ato ang group chat, Kuiper and Canvas. Every now and then mo gamit ko sa duha. Siyempre, kailangan maghihapon na to weekly na pag-upload sa inyong Kuiper. And ayaw lang pud mo kabala ka, dili mo ana ma-confuse kay ako mismo ang magsige og inform ana sa inyo kung unsa na ang gamiton. So that is why ang inyo na lang yung problema ani is to get a Canvas na account. But as long as you have your Google na accounts or kanang inyong Gmail, walay problema kay email ad na manggihapon ang inyong kailangan sa inyong Canvas. So for the house rules, kanila man gyud ang akong house rules as of the moment. Always use your real name as your username if needed, and always turn on your cameras when doing live video conferencing for monitoring purposes. Now, as your host, during live video conferences na buhaton na to puhon-puhon, syempre makontrol man pud nako na siya, and ingnan lang pud mo nako or i-remind lang pud nako mo na every now and then. Now, for the groupings, to follow na lang ni ang groupings ha, kay since I do not yet have the complete na class list on my automate, so ako lang po ni siyang to follow and i-post lang po na ako na siya sa inyo ha. So if there are any questions, feel free to ask. And sa Canvas nato na online platform na ako isa ka discussion dito na kung asa pwede po ninyo ipang place ang inyong mga questions. Now, always take note, never stop learning. Even if medyo lisod man gyud kaayo ni ang atong ang case karon and daghan man gyud kaayo sa ato, di ba, na dili kayo ta into this style or this type of learning. But then again, let us embrace the change and let us try to embrace gyud ang kaning unsa man ang mga bag-o sa ato ang palibot. Kay di ba ana man gyud na namang gyud yung mga changes. So dili lang punta maging kuan sa mga changes. And then keep calm and stay at home. So thank you, kids. Now since we are done watching this orientation video, you may now enroll in your Canvas. So just click this link and then you will directly enroll or masulod na mo ana dayon sa Canvas nato regarding your Cph. What will you do after enrolling? Check the modules. Dito ninyo makita unsa ang mga necessary activities na buhaton na dayon ninyo. Syempre, always read first. Dili ta magpataka lang. Basaha sa gyud ninyo kung sa kailangan basahon so that you will understand unsa inyong buhaton pag yun next. But as you can see, and sa ako ang na-mention kaganina, the very first activity that you will do is the online game. So as to what is that online game, mabasa na po na ninyo siya dito sa Canvas. So thank you po.